Hey, how's it going? It's Hisham with WPCreator.com, and in this video we'll talk about how to secure your WordPress website. As you all know, there are actually hundreds if not thousands of different attacks happening every day trying to attack all these WordPress websites and try to hack them for money reasons or try to exploit different websites and change the contents and whatnot. So it's actually very important to secure your website no matter how small or how low volume your website is getting. Don't think that since you have a small website that you can get away with it. Nobody's going to try to attack your website. As a matter of fact, the smaller the websites, the higher chance it's going to be attacked, because the hackers feel like, hey, I mean, if it's a small website, they probably do not know much about security and there are going to be a lot of loopholes to get in there. So let's try to secure and protect our websites, and one of the easiest ways to do that is by installing some plugins. There are actually quite a few awesome plugins that you can install and that will help you greatly improve the security of your WordPress website. And these are some of them. Right here we have all-in-one WP security. That's an awesome plugin. Another one is called WordFence Security. This is really cool as well. Another one called iThemes Security. And lastly, we have this one right here, Security. I don't know exactly how to pronounce that. But yeah, in this video, I'll talk about all-in-one WP security, and I might make more videos to talk about the different plugins. But the reason to why I chose this one and the reasons why I really like it is because it is 100% free. It actually does not even have a premium version, and not only that, it also has over 600,000 active WordPress installations that are using it. And the development team really keep the plugin up to date. So as we can see here, it's been updated just 2 weeks ago, so that's awesome. That's one thing you really have to take a look at when choosing a plugin. You have to make sure that the developers are keeping it current. Otherwise it could be a stale and old plugin, and that could cause security issues by itself. And if we come look at it down here, it has quite a few reviews and a lot of 5-star reviews, so that is really good. All right, so let's take a look at the features and what it provides, but before that we need to install it, and the easiest way to install it is just by logging into your WordPress installation and going under plugins and then clicking on add new. Once you click on add new, just come to the top right here, you'll see search plugins, and that's where you need to just type all in one WP. Actually quite a few all-in-one WP stuff, but we need to do all-in-one WP security. Okay, let me just type it all out. All right, so there it is the first one right here. All you gotta do is just I've already installed it, but for you, you'll see a button right here to click, something like this, like install now. And then once you click on install now, it's going to install, and then you'll have a button to activate it. So just click on activate and you should be fine. And then once that happens, right here on the left hand side, you'll see this button pop up called WP security. That will show that it's already installed and you need to get in there and start setting it up. So let's click on there just to see the dashboard and see everything that it has to offer. So right here, this thing has a really cool feature right here, the security strength meter. This actually shows you what's the security score of your website and what's the total amount of points that you can actually achieve. So right here it's showing that I have 330, but the total achievable points are 505. I need to go in and set more settings in order to up that number to closer to 505. But yeah, that's a really cool feature. I'm sure when you first install it, the number is going to be super low because you haven't gone in and taken a look at all these different settings. And another really neat thing about it is right here you see the critical feature status. Once you first install it, you'll see some of these options are turned off. You just need to go ahead and turn them on and then go through the different settings. The good thing about this plugin, it has really good documentation on the plugin itself. You don't have to go to a different website to kind of learn what the different features and buttons mean. That's something I really like about it. So for instance right here, admin username, if you just click on that, like right here, it's going to walk you through exactly what this is all about. But right here it's saying like the WordPress sets administrator username to admin. That's usually the default username. But since it's very common, a lot of hackers already know that. So they'll try to, enter admin and then try all different kinds of passwords in order to guess what your password is. And since they already know one thing for sure, it's admin, the only variable is the password, so it makes life for them slightly easier. So it's very important to change that. So instead of your default username to be admin, try to switch it up to something else just to throw off the hackers. And that attack is called, brute force login attack. So you try to protect yourself from that. That's one of the main common ways hackers use, and this will help you. And so what I recommend is just going through all of these different options right here. As you see, user accounts, and then you see user login, and then each one of these tabs, each one of these options has multiple tabs. So if you see right here, login lockdown, so this feature right here will set like how many times somebody could try logging in. And then let's say I've set it to 5 times. So if somebody goes in and tries logging in 5 times, and after that it's just gonna lock, so they won't be able to try anymore. It's just like iPhones, they have that setting where you just keep on trying, they'll lock you out. So that's really awesome. By default, you can pretty much try unlimited number of times, and that's very unsecure. That's how hackers get enough time to try different passwords until they guess the correct one. So this is a very, very good feature. It makes it very easy to just set that and set number of attempts and all that good stuff. And yeah, there's so many different features. I recommend just going through all of these and just reading this part. The top part right here gives you a lot of information. By the time you're actually done setting up this plugin, you'll have a really, really good idea of all the different security, vulnerabilities, and how hackers work and how to protect yourself. So it does not only like help you protect your website, but it also teaches you a lot. So that's something I really like about this. So just go and one by one, like user registration, it'll show you if you want to, automatically disable all newly registered accounts so that you can approve them manually. Yeah, by default, somebody can, create an account and have access to your website if you have some sort of like that feature turned on. But here you can turn it off so that if somebody creates an account, you have to manually approve them, and that will drastically improve your security. All this other stuff like database security, it tells you about, okay, normally the database name is certain, like it starts with WP underscore, and hackers know about that, and that's usually the default. So try to switch it up just to like throw it off and make it a lot more difficult for the hackers to hack into your database. Just go through all of these right here, the firewall. Yeah, it'll take a long time for me to go over all of these different options, but as I said earlier, just go through and each and every tab and read the description, and that'll give you a lot of information. And your score, just try to keep your score up as high as possible. Just like here it's showing I have 0 out of 15 score. So if I check this option right here, it's gonna bring my score up to, now let me just show you. If I click on that and then save it, so my points, they were 0, now it's 15 out of 15. So that's awesome. All right, so yeah, just go ahead and check out all these different options. It's very, very comprehensive. It will help you secure your website really, really well. But there are other factors that could cause your website to be insecure, and one of the main ones is your web hosting account. So more than likely you're probably using a shared hosting account, and if you're using a shared hosting account, that means that like there are a bunch of different websites hosted on the same server, and that means that if, let's say, one of those websites has been breached, then more than likely all of the different websites on that specific server are breached. They could be breached. So you could have everything secure in your own WordPress installation, but if something gets hacked on the web hosting level, then your website could be vulnerable as well. So you have to be very, very important. You have to be very careful when it comes to choosing your web hosting providers. The web hosting provider that I'm using right now is actually, it boasts itself for security, and that is Fast Comment. Fast Comment is actually not as well known as the other big web hosting providers such as Bluehost and HostGator and whatnot, but Fast Comment is one up and coming hosting provider, has a lot of amazing features and a lot of good prices, so I'll definitely recommend checking them out. I'll drop a link under this video if you want to check them out. So the main reason to why I'm talking about Fast Comment is because, like, as you can see right here, they boast that they have hack-free hosting. So the way they do that is by complete two things actually. They have a web application firewall. So on top of the firewall that the plugin is going to provide for your website, they have a firewall on the web hosting level. So that's double security, which is awesome. It's not a bad thing to have more security. And another thing they have is account isolation. So as I said earlier, like if you have a shared hosting account, since your files are like intermingling with other people's files, and if those files get hacked, your files could be hacked as well. But what they do is, even though it's shared hosting, they completely isolate every single account. The way they do that is by not to talk very technical, but it's some sort of virtual machine for each and every account. So it's some sort of blend between shared hosting and the higher level VPS hosting, but which is really awesome. So you can be safe to know that other people's websites, other people like in all these different websites on the same server, they cannot affect your files. So that's really awesome. So just to summarize, be sure to install this all-in-one WP security firewall and go through each and every of those settings to set it up, and just take a look at web hosting. If your web hosting provider is not very secure, be sure to change that. It's very easy. Fast Comment will actually help you transfer everything to them for free if you needed to. But yeah, thank you very much for watching this video. I'll be providing a lot more videos around WordPress and all these different features that WordPress has and how to make your WordPress website better and better. So please subscribe, and if you have any questions about this specific video, or if you have any suggestions of what video you would like me to create, please leave a comment under this video and I sure will create the video for you. Yeah, so thank you very much and see you in the next video.